Why is it that when we verbally abuse players in these videos, they suddenly turn into all-stars, but then when we praise them, they completely fall off a cliff? Alright, you go get the pens, I'll get the paper. We need to start writing down insults. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about game 120 of the regular season, where the Astros lose 5-1 to the Florida Marlins in the first game of the 3-game set down in South Beach. And you know the things I said about yesterday's game? A lot of them apply to this, except the pitching wasn't quite as good. The Astros had more hits. They had a better expected batting average. They had more base runners. They drew more walks. They did everything ostensibly right, except score runs. The Astros in the past 2 games have combined to have 23 base runners and score 2 runs. Now, if you want to go the dark route of that, you can say that they have been completely unable to do anything once they get runners aboard and left way too many men on. 10 runners left aboard. Yeah. So that's 18 total runners left on base in 2 games is, they are in playoff form, so that's a positive. Altuve looked great. He went 3 for 4 tonight. He might break 2,000 hits before he leaves Miami. Pena had a pair of base hits low in the lineup. Again, he loves it down there. Let him stay there. McCormick had a pair of base hits. They were the big hitters. A lot of people drew walks. The Astros did things right. They got on base a lot via hits and walks. They could not get anyone to the plate. And so you can look at that in the bad way or the good way. We have seen some really ghastly offensive performances from the Astros this season where they've scored no runs or 1 run on 2 hits and no base runners. So this is an improvement over that. Still kind of sucks. And we talk about Fromber, and he didn't throw this gem performance or anything. He also wasn't bad. 7 innings of 2-run, 1 earned run ball. I want to say he only gave up 1 walk in that time. Didn't get many strikeouts or swings and misses and gave up a lot of hard contact. But 2 runs in 7 innings, and only one of them being earned against a team like the Marlins, who are, believe it or not, in a playoff position. Good for the Marlins. I'm proud of them. It's cool to see that. I'm rooting for the Marlins. I like them a lot. I love their Friday night jerseys, by the way. Those are some of the best jerseys in baseball. They should just use those full time because I love the Miami Marlin logo. That is beside the point. Back to the actual game. Farmer pitched solid for 7 innings. Goes out there for the 8th, and then the game turns into a home run derby. 3 home runs for the Marlins in the 8th inning to completely blow the game wide open. It made it 3-1, and then 4-1, and then 5-1. The first 2 were for Valdez. The last one was off of Neris. And, it's not Fromber's fault. He pitched fine in this game. He went out for another inning of work and got lit up. And then Neris came in and gave up the home run as well. But again, it's not some insurmountable mountain to climb for the Astros offense. And it was only 2 runs for a very long time, and they couldn't do anything against it. So I'm not really going to put this on pitching, but I'm also not particularly upset with the offense because, again, it wasn't terrible. It just had no sense of timing. We have seen some awful offensive performances this year where they might have 2 to 3 hits and score 0 or maybe 1 runs. We've seen bad offense. This isn't bad offense. It's just unwise. So now the Astros will look to end this little 2-game skid they've been on tomorrow evening, 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. The Astros are going to send the noted coffee enthusiast, who I'm sure is having an absolute ball of a time down in Miami, Christian Javier to the mound, and the Marlins are going to send Johnny Cueto to the mound. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.